Hi, my name is Dan Olson. I'm a principal planner with the City of DeKalb, and I'm here to talk about amendments to our sign code. Staff has been working on these revisions to the sign regulations for several months. The amendments are prompted in part to a U.S. Supreme Court case a few years ago where the court upheld that content-based sign restrictions were unconstitutional. For example, we can't distinguish between signs and what they say and then distinguish how big they can be and how long they can be put up. It's got to be content neutral. So we took that in mind, and also we looked at other cities' regulations, and also this from administering our own code. We came up with these changes. The intent of the amendments is to make them easier to understand, promote economic development, and be more business friendly, yet still ensuring public safety and maintaining aesthetics in the community. So we can still base the sign regulations on a few things: the zoning district, lit, unlit signs, off-site, on-site signs, things like that we can still do. So I'll go through some of the highlights of the changes. Again, the content neutral, where we're making them the sign regulations based for the most part on the zoning district in which the sign is located. Easy to understand regulations, more business friendly, cutting down the language in the ordinance. Also increasing the allowable wall sign area for businesses, particularly ones that are far back off the roadway. We're going to allow a little bit larger wall signs for those businesses so they're easier to understand. It's going to be easier to obtain a permit for a digital display sign. We've approved a few of those over the last couple of years through a special use permit. However, that time does take about 45-60 days, so we're going to allow those with certain restrictions with a sign permit. No permit's going to be needed for non-commercial temporary signs. Right now they need permits, so we're going to take off the permit requirement for those temporary signs, so they can remain up for a certain amount of time. Also going to change with no special use permits for sign waivers, we're going to allow variances instead, which is a little shorter time frame than special use permits. We're going to clarify the measurements for sign area between box signs and letters that are up on the wall with a background, as you see here in the particular graphics, which we're going to add into the ordinance. The key point here is that no sign regulation was made stricter by these changes. We want to be business friendly, promote economic development, but at the same time maintain the aesthetics of this community. For any questions or comments, you can contact me at 815-748-2361 or dan.olson@cityofdekalb.com.